That's bad when you pronounce your own name incorrectly. I've done that before. Catherine's with me today because she loves feng
Good morning.
shui, and we love helping people, and it's always
Yes.
great to have somebody to bounce things off of. So
Yes.
thanks for popping on in. There's Linus, there's Laura. Thanks, guys. Today, we are going to be talking about clutter and the impact. Hello, girl. Yeah, you like it when I say your name, huh? Laura Lala. So today we're talking about clutter. It's a great morning if you set your intention and say so. That's what I got up today, and I decided I'm not going to think, speak, or go into any negativity because it's bombarding us everywhere. So that's cluttering my mind. Today we're talking about the clutter of your space and how that impacts you from a health perspective, not just a health perspective, but how it impacts you per sector. You love this topic? Fabulous. I do these live streams on Fridays, so you can show up and get free feng shui information. Catherine's been popping in and helping me out, so I have somebody to talk to. But anyone who follows me, hey, Joe Smart, thanks for popping on in. Those local buddies of mine, high school friends that always support you, even if they just pop in for a minute, it's great. You guys like this and share it out if you know anybody that has a clutter issue. And then let's take a look at their health issue related to their clutter. So you can download, this is the Bagua. A Bagua is an energy map. And down here are what are doors. I never said I was the world's greatest graphic designer. I was very proud of myself to put this together. So you can go to Feng Shui Friday page, and that link is also on Facebook under events, but I'll show you what it looks like. There's me. If you know me, that's really is me. Today's show 10, clutter's impact per sector. And it's momentumu.online/FSF. That stands for Feng Shui Friday. And you can go there and download the energy map. That's what I'm going to go through. And I also have the health chart because you can play musical notes. And I have a ton of health issues here. If you have any of these, you know which sector to go look at. These are the sectors right here. They're the 9 areas of your life. And so we want to take a look where the clutter is, because what clutter is stuck energy. And stuck energy makes it so the energy can't flow. And like, I'll give you a quick example. I just did a podcast recently on people that have clutter in their hallways, entryways, and foyers. Now, what those are passageways, just like your arteries. So if you're clogging up your pathways, you're clogging up your arteries. And the great thing about feng shui is it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. We live in a vibrational universe. Everything is frequency and vibration. Hello, Renee. Thanks for popping on Facebook Live. I appreciate you guys always supporting me and coming to get this great information. So download your Bagua, and don't worry, guys, if you miss part of this, the replays always go up on the Feng Shui Friday page, so you can grab the tools and get the information needed. Okay, now Catherine's having mental clutter because where she lives, they're doing work, and you can hear beeping of trucks all the time. I think she may have even tuned it out, but it's no, she said, it still impacts her body and her mind. Whenever we get frustrated, we're sending adrenaline through our body. And that is, like, for an example, why you don't want your back to a door, because someone can sneak up on you and hear you, and it creates an adrenaline rush. So let's take a look at the Bagua here. What I want you to do is download this and print it off. And I have 2 versions, one with the trigrams. That's a black and white version, if those of you don't want to use all your ink up. What's important is they have the body parts in each of the sectors so that if you're having a health issue, you know where to go and look. This is about clutter's impact. So we want to look at the Bagua. So for example, if I have hip issues, I want to look and see if I have clutter or an elemental imbalance there. This tells you it's a wood element. So if I have a fireplace there, or bright red, or lots of oranges, candles, that type of thing, that's actually taking the energy away from that sector and creating health issues. Now remember, it's your body, your mind, it all impacts you. Master Lin gives us the 6 perceptions, the 6 entryways. So there's a sense of smell, vision, hearing, taste, touch, and your spiritual awareness. So clutter impacts all of this. So your mind is impacted when you have too much clutter, but then your body is impacted. Let's talk about smell. Clutter usually has kind of a musty, stinky. So those of us that do energy work are very sensitive to the smells. Then, of course, our vision. We're computers, so if we have to download every time we walk in and look at all the clutter, it's overwhelming our minds. And guess what? It's telling you you have things to do. And we have enough to do in life without going, oh, great. I have actually, you know, I'm doing a room-by-room declutter class starting Monday, and you guys, everybody's welcome. It's really fun. We meet once a week. Who thought decluttering could be fun? But once you start decluttering and getting rid of that stuck energy, you feel so awesome. I've been going through the partnership in my overall house, and I had stored there a box of like old bills and things like that. And so I had a lot of fun yesterday releasing all that, and it feels really good to me when I create order. So it was like, get all my health things in order. And I thought, I wonder how many people, if they want a trip and they said, you got 5 minutes to leave, if they even know where their passport is. So these are the type of things why you want to have order. Oh, come on. We know we're having so much fun in technology lately. Ask Catherine. It's like, that's why I go out in nature. She knows I'm a nature girl. The first thing I did today was go outside and get my feet on the ground. Okay, so that's what I do to help with stress. And I also love music. That's one of the ways I change it, nature and music. So this chart here, what it does is, this is from my chakra feng shui class I teach, because your chakras are directly related to the Bagua. Isn't it wonderful that they figured all this stuff out thousands of years ago? Because I don't even know if we could figure it out nowadays. We're too much being bombarded by the news and negativity. So today, guys, one of the things I want you to do is, after class, I want you to walk through and look at where all your clutter is according to the Bagua. But I also want you to only think positive thoughts and say positive things today. And so if you're seeing negative posts and people are really bugging you, I'm just going to mute you for a bit. You can unmute yourself at any time, Catherine.
Okay.
I get distracted. It's like, oh, there went the truck again, huh? Okay, she did it herself because I'm busy trying to record on 2 platforms, multitasker. Okay, guys, so what you do, you go and you download the Bagua, and you walk. This you're going to hold facing in. That's how the energy enters. Your chi or energy enters through the doorway. So standing looking in your overall house and your bedroom. Why your bedroom? Because if you don't get good sleep, your health is your wealth. You can't think straight. You're a little snippy, and you're not in the now. You're not hearing the information the universe is giving you. Often I say, you know, we pray and we pray and we ask God or the universe for things, and they keep putting it in front of us, but we're too busy being scattered to even hear that information. So stand looking in the doorway. The far left corner is going to be your wealth sector. Now, this isn't just money. Of course, we live in a society where you have to have money nowadays, but this is all your good blessings. To me, if you have a strong family, if you have good relationships, if you have a roof over your head and you can eat every day, you're ahead of the crowd. But we want to clear all the energy because the universe has all these good blessings for us, and we are our own worst enemy. We're the demons in our mind, that little chatterbox that keeps the gerbil running on a wheel. Guess what is a big, huge impact on that? Clutter. And all clutter is a decision not made. You just don't have a system. This is totally understandable because the way my parents grew up, went through the Depression. My dad is one of 12 kids. They were just trying to eat, get food in their bellies. So they did not have excess clutter. And now we have electronic clutter. And we get all this lovely junk mail, as we call it, tree killers. I'm a wood element. I'm not so into that. So let's walk through the Bagua and walk through this chart. Okay, so like example, let's start. I started in the wealth area. Let's take a look here. So your wealth area is going to be your hips. And you can look right here. Fame, knowledge, creativity, relationships, journey, your family. I can't see all of it because of Zoom. There we go. So anything to do with your bones, your ankles, your feet, your legs, your hips. This is also blood disorders and your birthing canal and your genitals, because that's what comes out of you. That's the area we're talking about. Guess what? It's also your root chakra. Well, that makes sense if you understand chakras, doesn't it? Because what is your root chakra all about? It's about survival. And nowadays, that's your wealth. Before, it was just surviving, you know, the strongest survives. So take a look at this chart, and if you see any illnesses, I would love for you to go look at the Bagua and see where you have clutter or elemental imbalances. Angela, thanks for popping in. We're just starting to go through the Bagua. And if any of you have specific health issues you need us to take a look at, you have two Feng Shui Black Sect experts on the line here. And we all know that the power of like minds, you know, there's really like 4 of us with Catherine and I, and we're wood elements. So there's probably about 16 minds going right now. So I want you to take a look and see if you have clutter in the area that corresponds with your health issues. The reason I put this chart up is because the Bagua only has like one health issue really it talks about. Like you would go to creativity and it just has mouth. When I go to creativity here, it tells you it's your throat, your thyroid glands, your teeth, your mouth, your gums, your neck, your jaw, parathyroid, and hypothalamus. So that's what you have, a headache and you're nauseous. Okay, well, the head, you may have things cluttered around the front door. Take a look and make sure you don't have things cluttered around the front door. We also talk about the 6 entryways, which, what are you smelling? If you can get some aromatherapy, and I got a great diffuser for 20 bucks on Amazon. I'm going to tell you, I love Young Living because a ton of my friends use it, and I know they're great. I've also used doTERRA oils, but if you can sniff some peppermint, essential oils are great. And if you don't have essential oils, if you have a peppermint plant, smush it up and smell it, or chew some peppermint gum. Those will all help you. Clutter creates headaches because it's stuck energy and it gets stuck in your head. And nauseous, well, that's part of having a headache. I would also maybe look at the stomach area then, your intestinal area, because if you're nauseous, Hey, Anna, how you doing, girl? We haven't seen you in a while. So first walk through and look at where the clutter is. Then look and see if you have any of the health issues related to it. Like I said, one of the things about creativity in the mouth is I've studied Donna Eden's energy medicine, and she has a great chart in there because your teeth have a direct nerve connection to your spine, and your spine connects to all your organs. And so if you have a toothache, it could be telling you you have an organ issue. And if you look at people that are very sickly, many of them lose their teeth as their organs shut down. So that's another great way. So as we look at the sectors, let's go through them here. So knowledge, this is about making smart choices, and this has to do with your hands, which I find interesting because I love to read books, and you're using your hands to read books. And this is a great area for anything spiritual. So if you have this area cluttered, the knowledge area, then that means you're either not in the now to make these smart choices and apply the knowledge you have. It's also a cross sector. It's a cross sector from partnerships. So if this energy's stuck, the health issue would have to do with the hands. Then we can go to this chart here, and we can look also spirituality, knowledge. So you can see here's forehead. Maybe you have a headache because of that, because your knowledge is in your brain and it's clogging it up. So that's why, Angela, there's a couple places for you to look. That's why I put the chart and the bagua, because this is how we do it. Now, as energy workers, when we go to your homes or we talk to you, we get downloads, and I didn't know they were downloads. I'm like, I just know things. Well, that was because I meditate and I stay an open channel to source to get this information. So it's a cross sector of partnerships, and that would mean if your knowledge area, if that's where you store all your junk or clutter, it may not be junk, it just doesn't have a home. You may make very poor choices in partnerships, whether it's business or personal relationships. Overall, you're making poor choices because the energy to make a smart choice is stuck. And what is clutter? When you think of clutter, you think of low vibration, you think of heaviness, you think of the smell. Think of okay, guys. Technology is so fun today. Okay, so I'm just going to go on. So here we're looking at the career or journey in life area. That is your ears, also has to do with your head. I always look at anything to do with the head. So over here's helpful people. So if you have a headache, I would look at the front sectors and see, especially make sure you don't have clutter coming in. I just had a lady one time in my class, and she goes, I can only get junky jobs, just crappy jobs. And I said, do you have a garbage can outside your front door? In her career area or journey in life was her, she right outside. Now, I don't understand this kind of stuff. Why would you want a garbage can outside your front door? To me, that's common sense, and that's why I love feng shui, because guess what energy she's bringing in? Stinky, old energy. And is that, like I always say, whoever you believe in, like Buddha or Jesus, if Jesus was coming to visit, would I have a garbage can outside my front door? That's how I kind of view when I declutter, is think of someone you really respect or that you'd love to have come visit. Some people would say Oprah. Well, if Oprah was coming, would you have a big garbage can outside your front door? So what she did is she got rid of the garbage can, and she got a job like the next day. Feng Shui can happen really fast. People say, how long does it take? Well, it depends on what the vibration is. It can happen instantly, or it can take a while. So just because you clear clutter do you still have that heavy feeling, that heavy vibration? And you know, when you've walked into people's homes that are cluttered, how you just feel your energy drop. You feel heavy and it's stinky and stagnant. And you see like these hoarder shows. I can't even watch them. I get stressed watching a hoarder show and they're like, oh, look, and I have a bunch of mice or rats in that corner. That is not good feng shui, people. We want you living a healthy life, and this is how we do it. We're going to clear the clutter in these sectors, and especially your bedroom. To me, if I had one room that was clean, it would be the bedroom, because then you're getting a good night's sleep, you're healthy, and you will clear the rest. Okay, over here, these are wood elements, the wealth and abundance in the family. So we want to make sure that we have those clean and clear of clutter. If you have lots of clutter in your family sector, this can be causing arguments, and you can't see things from a different perspective. So it could also just add upon if there's already, you know, emotional discord going on in the family. The clutter is going to hold that same old negative energy and create more and more of it. Kind of like throwing more wood on the fire. That's what you're doing to the emotions. And I don't know if you understand the impact emotions have on your body. But for example, when you're angry, frustrated, and we all get there, especially wood elements, we really know when we're out of balance. It's like, oh, I'm angry. That person's on my nerves. That's why today I said, I just can't deal with all the negative posts out there. I don't understand it. You know, you got somebody posting about old people falling down and everyone's laughing. I was telling Catherine, that made my horns go up. I have elderly parents, and there's nothing funny about them slipping and falling down. That to me was very frustrating. So today, take one day at a time. So today I am not going to think negative thoughts. If I do, I put a stop sign up. I think of my little 4-year-old nephew that brings me joy, or the hummingbird that's zipping around outside my window right now. Don't follow those people and don't turn on the news. So I did 2 bad things. I wanted to see what the weather was like today because it's been cold in Minnesota. And I'm like, well, you know, is it going to be 80 or is it going to be 60? And of course, what was it on the news? And it's like, here's a great thing about it. You don't have to watch it because they'll post it on Facebook, or you can watch it at a different time. Okay, so watch who you hang out with and what things trigger you. And the easiest thing to do when things trigger you is just send that person love, because that's basically saying, I'm not attaching to that energy, and all they're doing is sucking the energy out of me. Breathe. There you go, Catherine. Breathing deep is one of the best things you can do for yourself. So unfriend them, stop following them, and don't attach to it. Like, don't get up and turn the news on. Don't have that the last thing you watch at night, because you're not going to have a great night's sleep. And we are here to help you with your health. Okay, so the fame and reputation is all about the eyes. Let's go over to the chakra chart and see what it says about fame and reputation. Well, Catherine, I've got down here the central nervous system, mental illnesses, blood disorders, your muscular system, skin, head, brain, skull, immune system, and circulatory system. So if you're having any of those issues, when you can't think creatively and clearly, then that's going to have a huge impact on you mentally. And when you are mentally out of balance, then you are going to have an impact on your health. That's what feng shui is about, really, is your space reflects your life. So everything around you has an impact. It's either raising your vibration or lowering your vibration. There's no in between. So that's why when you declutter, it's like, do I love it? or is it useful? Like, I may not love my potato peeler. I actually really do. My mom and dad gave me one for Christmas, and I look at it and I go, I love it. It just peels so easy. But not everything's like that. So do you love it? Is it useful, or get rid of it? And it can be hard to get rid of things. Maybe somebody gave you something, but guess what? It's your life and it's your energy, and less is more. So that's why I do declutter classes. I never thought I would, because I was like, oh, people are going to make excuses and not do stuff. But we play music. If you look here, you can see there's musical notes. So let's say that you have a nervous disorder system, and that this area of helpful people is really cluttered. And then on top of it, it's not white or gray. That is the metal element. So if you had a bunch of earth in there, or fire, because fire melts metal, it would be having an energetic impact on your system also. So clutter and elemental imbalances are going to have a huge impact on your health. So I love esophageal frequencing, because I play it all the time. In fact, I'll show you right here. I had one on for harmonized relationships, because I had turned the news on and I didn't mean to. I wanted to see the weather, and they were talking about politics. So this one here, this is called esophageal frequencing, SOLFEGGIO. And you can just go to YouTube and search for whatever, like if you're having anxiety. But I'm here to help you with the overall things that are causing it. That is, the esophageal frequencing is going to help shift your frequency of your body, because everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. A smart guy, Tesla, will talk about that. So these are the tools. You could even just find something in the note of C or B, depending on what the issues are for you. So here's your abdomen. If you're having any type of abdomen issues, then you want to look in the partnership area. Let's take a look here at the partnership area, relationships. So thymus glands, your lungs, shoulders, upper back, your arms, your ribs, your chest, your breast and organs, and your immune system. So that's good. I like to go through this stuff because I have arm issues, and one of the reasons is because my chair and my desk don't line up good, because when I go to a doctor that does skeletal manipulation, osteopathic manipulation. I think that's the big word. You guys know me, I'm pretty simple. He adjusts the bones in your skeleton. And I said, how come I feel like I have a knife grinding in my elbow? And he said, well, take a look at what you do a lot. Well, I sit at the desk and work a lot. And I noticed that no matter how low I put my chair, it doesn't line up with my keyboard. So I'm twisting my arm. That's what happens when you have clutter. You have to walk around things and twist your body in an unnatural pattern. So down here is helpful people. This is also one of my favorite sectors. If you're having challenges in your life, like attracting the right mentors, or what you would call, it's a cross sector of wealth. So when you have the right mentors, the helpful people in your life, that is abundance right there. When you know you have the people you can trust, are ethical, and have only your highest and best good in mind. This is one of the major things in life to look at. So if you have clutter there, you may follow the wrong people or have scoundrels in your life, which we do have adjustments for all these things. But we want to clear the clutter and create systems so that you don't, in your business, I've been there, Angela. We got to talk after this. I'll tell you a couple things I did. First of all, if you have scoundrels in your business, that could mean you're investing in the wrong programs. Like I found out, you want to attract the right people. I want you to go to your helpful people area in your office and in your bedroom and in your overall house. Make sure you don't have clutter there, and make sure it's balanced for metal. Metal is round, it's white, it's gray. If you notice, it's the bleeding of these two sectors here. So I would put pictures. If you like vision boards, that's a great place to put a vision board of the helpful people. Like I do feng shui, and I love Lady Kuan Yin. So I'm going to have a picture of her because she hears all the cries of the world. She ain't leaving until, you know, she's helped all of us. And I also study with a master light worker. And that is also the seventh ray, which is the ray of freedom in Saint Germain. So to me, in my helpful people area, I could put a picture of them. And if that doesn't really jive, like I don't really want Lady Kuan Yin in my bedroom looking at me at night. So in my office, that would be cool. Hello, Manchar. Thanks for popping in. You could just have books in your office in that corner of your mentors and people you like. Now, also on your desk, this is the doorway is where your chair is. So you could actually put a little picture, which I happen to have put yesterday. I don't know, Catherine, if you can see that. But I love these. I got these postcards and they make me so happy. And I think they're beautiful. Now they're Indian based from India, because I do Vastu Shastra also, which is an Indian form of feng shui. I just like balance and order. So that's why I got tuned in and turned on to all this stuff. And then make sure you surround yourself with the right group of people. I'm really blessed. I have a holistic wisdom membership site. We meet once a week and we go through all the different tools in my toolbox, right? And I look forward because I'm human and I get challenges. You know, I take care of parents in their 80s. Do you think it's easy being an entrepreneur and then shopping and cooking and cleaning and doctor appointments? But I do it with love. You have to do everything from your heart and breathe through your heart, because we make choices from our mind, and clutter has this huge impact on your mind where you're not going to make smart choices. So Angela, my advice for you is to go look at that area of your bedroom, your overall house, and your office. And if you don't have a home office or office, where you sit a lot, and make sure that there is no clutter in that area. And definitely you don't have anything to do with a scoundrel from the past that's taken advantage of you to trigger anything. I had someone take advantage of me and still owes me $100,000. So I can totally relate to the scoundrel energy. But if we attach to it and think about it, we just attract more and more of the same thing. And in fact, I'm going to grab a quote I saw this morning when Master Lynn's stuff was popping up. Catherine knows that things always happen for a reason. I'm like, why did I pull out the Alternative Healing Theories by Grandmaster Lynn Yun? Okay, so any idea that is held in the mind, that is emphasized, that is either feared or revered, will begin at once to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate form available. That was Andrew Carnegie. What he's saying is, when you have somebody take advantage of you, a scoundrel or something, you get angry and you think about it all the time. Law of attraction, we put our emotions into it, so guess what we attract? More unethical people, more people taking advantage of us. And then you're like, I'm a good person. Why is this happening to me? We are creating it ourselves. We have free will. That's a good, bad thing, people. So all I can say is surround yourself with those you know have your highest and best good in mind and will support you, because the biorhythm goes up and down. Nobody ever has a perfect dream life where they're happy 24/7. That's not reality, because everything shifts and moves in the universe. That's the yin and the yang of it. So we're going to have those melancholy days. We're going to have those days where we question ourselves. But how we set ourselves up for success is not to have clutter, because then it clutters our mind and we're not going to make smart choices. To surround yourself with those that you love and trust. Like, I so look forward to my Monday calls with my membership group, because they're really fun and they all have many gifts and talents. We discuss aromatherapy a lot. I use aromatherapy all the time. That's a great way for me to shift. Play the esophageal frequency and then put something that you love. Like, I love frankincense. Frankincense is also a protector. So maybe, Angela, you're being bombarded by negative energy of people. So you need to put some protection up so that your soul can think. That could be part of it. That's why in Black Sect, we're very ritualistic as far as meditation. And I don't want people to get all wound up on meditation, but you have to be connected to hear the information coming in. And that's when we stop our creativity and we stop our flow. And if you follow me, you know my little ritual. I wake up and I say what I'm thankful for. Like, I was thankful for the deer that was walking outside my window last night. I actually thought it was a turkey at first. And I'm like, that's the biggest turkey I ever seen. And I'm like, oh, ding dong, it's a deer. And then a hummingbird flew up. It's outside. It loves bee balm. So it's like, that puts joy in my heart. And that's the kind of energy you want. So then I call it lock it in your grid. Whatever makes you super happy, that's what you want to think about. And for you, Angela, I would find the most awesome person as a mentor, and I would get in their groups and I would comment. Like, I'm a pretty good mentor. You should get in my groups. Hey, Joan Schroeder, welcome. So what you want to do is get in these groups of like-minded people. And just because they say they're spiritual, those sometimes are the worst groups you can get in, because I'm finding that not everyone walks their talk. So if they are posting negative things, things that aren't kind and loving, and they want to talk about negative topics all the time, get out of that group. Get in a group that has your highest and best good and will give you positive feedback and support you in those challenging times. So by getting rid of clutter, we're going to clear out all the 9 areas of your life and business. This is your life and business. I do a business aspect of this, but that's not what this show is about today. This is about how clutter is going to impact you in your life. And so if you don't have money, that's going to be a negative impact. If people don't see you with a high regard, that's going to impact your life and business. If you're choosing all the wrong partnerships, and that would be co-creators in business, or your relationships, like who are you hanging out with? You've heard this over and over. The 5 people you hang out with is the energy you're setting, because think about it, that's what's bombarding you all the time. So if you're around motivated, happy people that have nothing but great things to say and support you, that's the energy you have, and you're high vibing. We want to be at the vibration of 500 or above, because that's love or above. All that stuff below that is anger, frustration, and challenges in your life. Christy Marie Sheldon does classes on that vibration. Yeah, I've taken that too. I love energy. Everything's energy. So to me, everything is feng shui in one way or another. So then also, if you have stuck energy and clutter, you can't get out of your own way and think creatively. This is where meditation comes in. And it's as simple as get up and say gratitude. That opens the portal. Then you don't want to be connected to negativity, so you send the people love that irritate you, bother you, or you really think are mean-spirited. And I immediately do it. When someone triggers me, I let it go. She might be seeing a balloon go up in the air. You could see an angel come down, and you give them all your worries and they fly off, a dragon, a fairy, whatever turns you on. Well, thank you. I think you're wonderful too. And see, now that makes me happy because I do these live streams to teach people the tools that I have been gifted with, but I've also studied a lot. And I ask God today to have the people show up that I'm here to help and assist. So if you are on this call and you're having a challenging time, you're here for a reason. You're meant to be on this call. And if you joined us a little late, make sure you go to the Feng Shui Friday page. And I had somebody say, that's not professional. Guess what, guys? That's Brenny. If you know me at all, I'm always doing the peace sign. I got my cowboy hat on. And I love, that's my dad's truck. I love being out in the country. Thank you, Angela. I'm here to help you. Get in that Feng Shui Messenger Facebook page and ask questions and show up for these calls. So you come to this page here, and you'll get a drop down that'll tell you to sign up for the Momentum or the Feng Shui Friday letter. I send it out once a week. I don't like bombarding people with emails because if you can't find me live streaming and doing podcasts, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Google Play, I'm on Anchor FM. I do live streams every Friday just on Feng Shui. So download your charts and look for your health issues. The first thing is go look for clutter. Guys, there's a hummingbird just zipping away and looking in the window at me. We have red-throated hummingbirds. They're the most beautiful. I consider them joy in motion. But if I had a lot of clutter, he probably wouldn't be able to find the flowers. So if you're having a health issue, first don't think about that health issue all the time. And then also use the tools of Feng Shui. Like, you can contact me and I will help you figure out what colors and things to use. So I just had somebody I was talking to who had heart issues, would wake up with pain in their heart and very anxious and anxiety. And I'm always going to tell them to look, A, at clutter, B, electromagnetic fields, because electricity, hey, there's Stuart. Stuart always pops in. Thanks so much. But one of the colors, this is why Master's chart popped up, was to remind the person to use yellow, because by using yellow for the heart, that color is going to divert the excess cell and organ activity and provide an outlet for the anxiety and depression. If you have a health issue, of course you're going to have anxiety and depression because it's frustration. So yellow is also the color of health in Feng Shui. That's why there's this beautiful yellow color. Yes. So she's got herself set up for color. That's one of the 9 ways to change energy. Like I said, decluttering is huge. Color is huge. Sound is huge. Smell is huge. We have many ways to shift energy. So we want you looking through your Feng Shui eyes to see how we can shift it. And like earlier when I was talking to Angela about having a headache, and I said aromatherapy, because that's one of the things that works for me the fastest. If I have a headache, I may not want to go pick some fresh flowers, but I would. Fresh flowers, bright yellow fresh flowers, they should be in hospital rooms if you ask me. It's like, oh, a white, cold room with no life. Life is animals, it's plants. That's why we want to have nourishing energy around us, and make sure you love everything in your environment. Okay, Catherine, you want to pop on? You got anything else to say? This is just an overview for people.
Yes. Yes. Hi, Brittany. I hope you can hear me okay. As usual, Brittany puts on a fabulous performance every single Friday, full of enthusiasm and lots of good tips. And it's always good to collaborate with another feng shui professional to do this. One of the things I do in the morning, Brittany, is to play my singing bells. I have 3 of them. They have different frequencies. So this goes back to finding the right tone for you. And I can sing my praises to the universe with my singing bell, and the vibration is just lovely. So again, working with the hands.
Right.
That's you and me working with hands. The sound and the vibration gives you such a pure, fresh start to the day.
Okay, so you're having a health issue. You look and you see you have clutter, so you clear the clutter out. You look at the illness and you find what sector it's in. I can almost guarantee it's going to be where the clutter is. And then you can play, like she said, singing bowls or just play music. But that's going to shift. Music will shift your energy. Yeah, not just playing it like listening to YouTube. When you play it with your hands, that's our higher source, mind, heart, hand connection. And that's a really powerful thing you got going on. I did the Sunshine Buddha exercise this morning.
Okay.
I went and put my feet on the grass because I believe when you put your feet on the grass, studying Donna Eaton stuff, it really will. Hi, Rochita. Thanks for popping in. That will really pull out, especially for women, the stress, and we don't want stress on our livers and stuff. And so standing on the grass will really ground you. And what the Sunshine Buddha exercise is, you stand with your hands over your head like Catherine's doing, and you visualize the sun coming in through the palms of your hands and your third eye. Your third eye is, show them where your third eye is. You're right there. So the first one is connecting to heaven. So you put your hands up over your head like that, and you visualize the sun coming in, and you're connected to the Father sky in the sun. Then you put your hands down because you're doing this 3 times. You put them back up, and this one, the sun is coming back in, and you can call in Buddha, Mother Mary, whoever your guides and deities are, that you want additional help, especially in trying times. You may want to do this. And you visualize it coming in through your third eye and the palms of your hand. It goes straight down and out the bottom of your feet to the star below you that's going to connect you to Mother Earth. Then you put your hands down and you visualize it coming in again. And this time when it hits Mother Earth and the stars below your feet, you see it swirling up. And this is cleansing and clearing all sickness, all negativity, all negative chi and vibration. But if you can't even stand in your house because you have so much clutter, you're going to really have challenges because you're living in low vibration and being impacted. You look at hoarders and they're not happy people. They're more depressed. Like I said, I have a hard time watching that. We all have lived in houses, especially if you have children or you entertain a lot. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to have order and flow. That's how the universe works. So if you're interested in clearing your clutter, I have a class that's starting Monday. It's called Room by Room Organization, and it's really a fun class. We use aromatherapy. One of my students does Young Living, and she mixed up a concoction that she gives us in class to get you motivated. And I say put music on, and it's feel free if you want to have a glass of wine or a margarita, whatever your deal is that makes you happy. Because once you get started, then everything goes that much quicker. I started decluttering again yesterday. I started outside because you have to look at your external environment also. And I had a chokecherry tree, which we make jelly, jam, wine, syrup. And I planted 25 of these trees with my parents about 12 years ago, and now they're big and tall and produce fruit. but there's also a fungus that goes around. And if I wouldn't have done my exterior feng shui class, I would have not been reminded, because this is what happens when you live in an environment, you get used to the vibration, and I would look at it and not see it. So feng shui is about seeing things from a different perspective, from a holistic, natural flow perspective. So if you'd like to join that class, it's really, really fun. The link is in the email. The link is on the Feng Shui Messenger page. If you want me to just give it to you, it's momentumu.online/room by room 2017. We start Monday. It's 8 live classes. I have you post your pictures. We work as a team. It's a great, safe environment. And, you know, I've had hoarders in there. A lady had 4,000 books. 4,000 books means no new knowledge can come in. And when you're not getting new knowledge and new information, you're not making smart choices. And that's the past you. That's where you lived in the past. Sell them at half-price books. Go get some money out of them. Oh, live stream just ended on its own. Okay, there we go. That's one way to know when to end the class. And it's 11 o'clock. It's been an hour. I'm going to end the recording here. And I thank everybody for popping in and showing up. Catherine, stay on and let's chat after the call.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah.
You guys really want to get on the Zoom calls, because then you can talk to us one-on-one after the recording.